love is like a parahedrenoid.
I'm always looking at the overkill, yeah. I need another to be satisfied.
I didn't grind to grind.
I know you never will. And when we started up, babe, I'm gonna make a mess of you. I wanna smother you in wicked sins, yeah. Don't question when I want you to.
Alright, let's skate.
You know I always will. She's such a loving mother maker. Makes up excuses to come. Baby, with her when you wake up. You might not wonder at all.
Come out. Alright, let's go.
You're like a parasite. You got men, got
Fun time.
you out.
Yeah.
Get it on like it gets you high. Yeah, the kind of love you find in magazines. Pictures without the screen.
Totally realistic, this video game.
She's such a loving mother maker. Makes up excuses to come. Baby, with her when you wake up. Yeah. She represents me so fine. If it were up to me, I'd do the same for you. She kills the silence, that's mine. Love's wine. If it were up to me, I'd do the same to you, bitch. She's such a loving mother maker. Makes up excuses to come. Baby, with her when you wake up. You might not wonder at all. You might not wonder at all. You might not wonder at all.
Alright, so I guess I should talk a bit about this music. A lot of my friends, like everyone in this band, are friends of mine, and the bass player is a really good friend of mine. I have like a video on like my personal, I have like a different YouTube channel that was like from, you know, when YouTube started or whatever. But I have a video on it that's called the Extreme Video, and it's something that I like, that I made like before YouTube even existed with my friend, and the person who I made that video with is the bass player in this band. The video was like a jackass video, just for us. We like just made it like, it was like an exaggerated, like extreme scootering, extreme hammocking, and just doing nothing. It'd be like a whole bunch of really stupid things, exaggerated. I don't know. It sounds like the dumbest thing ever, but anyways, yeah. And like the guitar player and singer in this band, good friends. The drummer in this, like the drummer is different from like earlier to now, but both the drummers are cool guys and friends. But anyways, this band, they used to be called The Weeds, and then they changed their name because, I don't know, legal shit, because there's another band called The Weeds. And then it was like something else, I forget what it was called. Fuck. No, I remember. It was something, it was, after The Weeds they were called Flush Garden, because they were trying to find a name, and they came up with Flush Garden, but then they changed it to Garden of Weeds. because, yeah, it just sounded better, yo. Like, I even thought that, like, before they even changed it to Garden of Weeds, I thought that Garden of Weeds was the perfect name. But, yeah, it's just a good band. They do rock and roll. Like, this is the same as, like, my other friend's music. Like, it's more important to just, like, you gotta, if you know people that make music or anything, that draw or whatever, make anything. If you know anyone that makes anything, you gotta encourage them as much as possible. Because they make good stuff now, they'll make better stuff in the future. So even if you think it's not the best thing ever, you know, that's because whatever. Like, you might be wrong, it might be the best thing ever. But yeah, like your perception clouds a lot of stuff. So like, even if you think something is just 10% good, you should still support it. And that's not what I think about this music. I think this music's better than 10% good. I think this music's really good. But it's one of those things. Like, just because it's not the best music in the world doesn't mean you should be like, meh. Because every single second of this music they put a lot of time into. Everyone does. Like I did for my music, so did these guys. Whoa. Like even if like a rock band's like, oh, we wrote and recorded the album in like a week or a couple of months or whatever. Like you gotta know, I don't know, like they might say that they recorded it or like that they wrote it and recorded it in a week or whatever. Like not this music, but like sometimes, you know, like freaking situations. I'm just talking about the extremes. Like you can't say like, oh yeah, they didn't spend a lot of time into it, because all the practice and stuff going into it before, and also you could listen to it and maybe it is shitty. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. There's a lot of practice that goes into every second of music. So you gotta support everyone that tries anything. And listen to their stuff, goddammit. Like if you have a friend that's like, hey, I make music, you wanna listen to it? Fucking listen to it. Like, you have no idea how much it means to those people. If you're like, oh yeah, I listened to a bit of it, and you didn't listen to all of it, it's like, you gotta understand how much, yeah, it really means a lot to people, so it'll hurt their feelings if you tell them that you didn't listen to their music when they asked you to or whatever. But if you pretend like you care and then you don't do something as simple as that, just put in a little bit of your time, because like, do you give a shit? You know? Because seriously, you might think, oh, I'll listen to it, and then you don't, and you keep putting it off, and then every time you look at it, you're like, I don't know, I don't really want to. But the thing is, once you start listening to music, it usually changes your opinion of whether or not you thought you should have listened to it. Sometimes it's really fucking weird, Zappa style, weird shit, and if someone tries that stuff, yeah, you gotta listen to it a bunch of times. And yeah, that's what makes it hard. It definitely makes it hard if you make weird music that's not straightforward rock or straightforward techno, pop music, whatever. But either way, no matter what music it is, even if it's like ambient weird music and it's really long, you should give it a listen all the way, because there might be some fucking ridiculous genius in there for just a few seconds, and if you're like one of the only people on the planet or whatever, or because like if you know that person and you know that person hasn't told that many people, or that their music hasn't been listened by that many people. Like, yeah, if you know that music hasn't been listened by a lot of people, you better, and you like music, then you better fucking listen to it and check whether or not there's some hidden genius in there for a few seconds that might be like, yeah, you might super enjoy like a small piece of the music, and it might really change the way that you listen to music. You know, because it might amaze you that anyone, seriously, anyone can make awesome music. Like I really like this music. Like, just because of how, I don't know, like just the overall vibe of rock and roll, it's just awesome. Yeah, it makes you skate better. Oh man, so much fun. Where am I on the map? I wish they'd let you know. Alright, where are we going? Where should I go? Whoa. Let's go. Whoa. Jedi powers. Oh fuck, am I back here? This is a cool spot. Whoa. She kissed me. She takes me. I gotta get better at this shit. Fuck. Oh, this is like different than... It's not the place I thought. If only you could do primo. I've waited such a long time for you to come my way. The second she touched my lips, I started to feel a rhythm. I'm right on. Whatever hit you gives to me, you take. I hold it in so long. I got homies now. Oh fuck, I should... Yeah. Let's do it. Let's change him a little bit. Let's do it. Just a little bit more sliding and a little bit looser trucks. Let's change the style. Push and landings. Aggressive OG loose. Loose. Let's try loose.
And the rest of me is dead.
I should change the other thing to easy though, or else it'll be hard to understand.
Watch as the blood paints you red. Have I gone too far now? Can I hold you up to what you've said?
Alright. So have you like ever listened to a whole album in your life before? Like write that in the comments if you have an answer. Because the answer should be yes. Hopefully. If the answer isn't yes, then stick around, hang out. We gotta learn and yeah, learn some stuff together. We'll hang out, get to know each other. You'll enjoy it. You'll at the end you'll think it will have helped you. You'll enjoy listening to music. There's a certain point where you're like, man, all these songs, they all kind of sound similar, but they're all different. Rock and roll. The reality is, no matter what the drums are doing, if the pace of the music is the same, like if the tempo can be different, but if the pace of the drums, you know, bass drum snare, jab, boom, jab, boom, jab, boom, jab, you know, like that feeling. Yeah. Like if that's generally the same, then you can't escape it. That's just what music is. And that reason exactly right there is why I myself really like progressive rock, certain electronic music, like Aphex Twin, and not just progressive rock, you know, like certain metal, certain everything, certain rap, and rap is ridiculously repetitive in terms of the beats, but rap is like a solo in jazz more than anything. It's like a rhythm solo. Words are important too, but yeah. Wow. I should just like pick a spot and just skate back and forth.